Tips for New Players series. And in this situation, we have an update here. It's actually been a couple of days since I've done anything on here. And I have recently gotten missile launcher operation trained up to level 2. Drones is now trained to level 4, which means I can now fly 4 drones at one time. And I have also come up with a skill plan that will train certain core skills up to level 5 in hopefully a reasonable amount of time. 82 days. The core skills in question are power grid management, and this one maximizes your power, the power you have available on your ship, on any given ship. These skills, by the way, will affect any ship you fly. Power grid management to skill level 5. Maximize the power core. CPU management to 5. Maximize the CPU. Capacitor management. Maximize how much capacitor capability you have. Capacitor systems operation to skill 5. Maximize the capacitor recharge rate. Energy grid upgrades to skill 5. Reduce the CPU requirements of installing power modules. Mechanics 5. Maximize the structure hit points. Shield management to 5. Maximize your shield capacity. Shield operation to skill 5. Maximize the shield recharge rate. Hull upgrades to 5. Maximizes your armor hit points. Repair systems to skill level 4. Be able to operate the best armor and hull repair modules. If you train this to 5, some ships that would otherwise be cap stable, in other words, on your fitting window right here, the capacitor would not, this little red mark here, if I turn a module or two off, see right here now it shows cap stable, which means that the capacitor will recharge fast enough to keep everything running. This ship isn't cap stable because it's using power faster than the capacitor can recharge it, and it will deplete in 6 seconds. So if everything is running at the same time. Anyway, as I was saying, if you train this repair system skill to 5, some ships that were otherwise cap stable may become non-cap stable because the armor repairs will run shorter cycles, and that will make the ships harder to fit and so on. So I'm going to run this skill training course. I'm calling it Core Skills. And it will take 82 days and 5 hours and some odd minutes to train those skills up to what I've said. And that will make it a lot easier to fly just about anything else. And so that will help in a lot of things. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't train anything else during that time, but those are the skills I'm going to focus on training. Of course, this character has 13 days left in which to train, because that's when the multiple character training runs out. I may decide to pause the skill training on Testicles Alden and just have this character train instead. Personally, I prefer to keep both of them training, but to do that requires an extra plex per month, and that is not necessarily easy to do when you can't afford to spend real money on plex. Now, another thing, contracts. I want to talk about contracts a little bit today because, let's just go up here to the business tab and hit contracts. In fact, I'm going to take this, I'm going to drag it down here onto the Neocom, and there. Now it's available a lot easier. I'll just click that. My contracts, issued to or by, outstanding, get contracts, and we have here a contract. Double click on that and bring it up. Now this contract was issued by Testicles Eldent, and it is an item exchange, and it contains limited cybernetic processor, memory augmentation, neural boost beta, ocular filter beta, social adaptation chip. These are implants, and these particular implants are +2 implants. If I go to the character sheet and I go to augmentations, right now there's none in effect. Once I get a hold of these and activate them, say for example, let's look at the information for this one. I'll show you what I mean. This one grants +2 bonus to intelligence. If you look at the attributes, intelligence is at 20 points. In fact, all of these are at 20 and charisma is at 19 because I've not bothered to remap these or change them around or anything. So +2 bonus to intelligence would make that from 20 to 22. All of these implants are +2 implants. So that will help because these attributes determine, or rather affect, the rate at which you train skills. So definitely. Okay, this is a private contract from Testicles Eldent to me, giving me these items and not asking me for any ISK or anything. Obviously I wouldn't do that. So I will accept this contract, and it puts up a confirmation here to make sure I want to accept it. And it's always a good idea to read these things because people can get sneaky with contracts. Alright, contract is accepted, and now I have to fly to this place. Let's show the route. Oh yes, of course, it's going to bring it up in the map. Okay, I am here in Lone Trek, and the contract requires me to go all the way down to here. No, that can't be right. There it is. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at that instead of this. Alright, that takes us here into Verge Vendor, where the items are, and I have to fly out there to pick them up. So I'm going to do that and get them plugged in, and we'll get on with things. Okay, I've arrived in the Galente station 20 jumps away where these items were located. I open the inventory and get the item hanger, and here we are. We have 5 chips that will improve by 2 points various attributes. In this case, for this one, intelligence, and the others will handle memory, neural boost, ocular filter, which is perception, social adaptation. Let's see, neural boost is willpower. Okay. And now if we look at the requirements, I need to skill cybernetics at level 1 in order to train that. It will take 25 minutes to train that skill. So let's get the information on that particular skill, view the market details. Okay, and there is a copy of that skill available in a system that's only 3 jumps away, so we will just buy this. And 1 please. Close the market. Go ahead and close these things. And the inventory. And now we look at the wallet. And the journal here shows the details of all transactions up to you know, market escrows and transactions and whatnot. If we look at transactions, however, this covers purchases and sales. The sales, the numbers are in green. When you buy something, it's in red. Credits and debits. And here's the thing I just bought. And if I right click here, location, set destination, That sets a destination for the location of the item I just bought. And now I'm going to fly over there and get that skill book and start it training. I have arrived here where the skill book is, and I'm going to open my skill queue. And I'm going to drag this thing up here to the top and start it training immediately. Hit apply. And in 25 minutes, I'll have that skill available, and I will be able to then go ahead and plug those implants in, which I forgot to pick up when I left. So I have to get those back in the system. I have to pick those up on my way back. But as far as the implants, if we look in here, let's see. Implants and boosters in the market. And if we look here, attribute enhancers go in slots 1 through 5. There are 10 implant slots. And the slot 1 attribute enhancers, they affect perception, and often they will affect something else. As you can see, there is a lot of enhancers that can be, a lot of implants that can be plugged into the slot 1 to affect perception, and usually something else as well. And these things can run from low prices like 110,000 to many millions each. 87 million for this low-grade Harvest Alpha. Genolution Core Augmentation CA1 71 million, and some of them are not available in this region. And then there's slot 2. This one handles memory and so on. There's many of them, like I said. And then there are skill hardwirings, which go in slots 6 through 10. And there is a wide variety of these as well that can affect many different activities and ship systems. And it's worth having. However, there is one note about implants, that if your pod should be destroyed and you find yourself waking up in a new clone, the implants you had are gone as well as the old body, which means then you'd have to buy a new set and get them installed. So depending on your activity, you want to think about what implants you put in. And implants are for the pilot, like these rig slots are for a ship. You plug something in, you plug those things in, and removing them destroys them. So you can't just take them out and put them back in. If you take them out, you destroy them and have to buy new. And just like the rig slots, which is basically jury rigging, hardwiring, modifications to the ship, you put them in place, and in order to remove them, you have to destroy them. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up those implants, head back to the newbie school system, and finish the military career tutorial agent. And here it is. It's actually been several days since the last time I've had time to log on and do more than just simply update my skill training queue, which, if we have a look at it, you'll see that I've gotten it to the point where all of my skills are at least at level 1 with the exception of cybernetics. I mean, they're at least at level 2 with the exception of cybernetics. And several of them are at 3 or even 4, and spaceship command is at 5, which that's one of the core skills. And I'm working on another of the core skills, power grid management. So that much is good. I've gotten some progress there. And now if I look at the character sheet though, clone grade alpha is the one I started with. Current skill points is 1,168,000 some odd. And that means that I am now working with an insufficient clone. Now what that means is I need to go over here to the clone bay and upgrade my clone. Because at this point, if my pod were to be destroyed with an insufficient clone, then the skill points between 900,000 and what I actually have, I would lose some, if not all of those skill points between those two. So what I need to do is upgrade the clone. Now currently I'm on clone grade alpha, and I'm just going to go to clone grade beta. It'll cost 28,000 ISK, and it will protect me up to 1,380,000 skill points. So go ahead and upgrade that, authorize payment, bingo, that's taken care of. And now I won't have to upgrade my clone again until I pass that number in terms of skill points.